Oh my God. Tick tock, tick tock. TICTOC. 20, 29, 32. Tick tock. 35, 38. 38, 3 by 8, 3 plus 8. 35. Electric company. Do you want to know where we're going with 5 and 9? It doesn't matter. We're still going up the scale. If it says 6 here, the line is in the same place. The only result is it's a different answer on the other side. FIVE and NINE stand for both two cubes of the dice. 21 and 21 is 42. The Sunday Ranch, Union Oil, how they used oil and how they took over land so they can pass their oil routes underneath it. Now they just take the land away from you. Before they used to show it in the movies. In this movie over here, he took over the land and he burnt things down and he took people out of their misery. But he took over the whole country with its railway. And I'm talking the whole country. It's almost like there's only a few companies that actually own all the oil. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Band, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and now they just put a commercial on TV about hot chili. And guess what? I'm in Montreal, and the hockey game just ended, and they're having the talk show, and what do you think the first thing happened? So drank. You know what they said? The Olympics are coming up. What happens if there's too much going on? We're going to have to pull out. Have you ever heard that before? Every time the Olympics come around, they talk about danger. We're going to have to pull out of the Olympics. Hot dog, hot and cold, hot. See, hawk, not hot. Hot dog. The J, which is very confusing, is the 19th letter. Why? Because is it a J hook? And I'm thinking, normally the penis, it like goes whoosh, off like that. The penis seems like the hook away around. Have you ever seen, what can you do? What happens? What happens when you get horny? What happens in an orgasm? You take your penis, you put it in the hole, you get an orgasm. Because you've connected the spirit light. You can't have two. You can have one or the other. So when you get number 19, 19 hits number 16 on one side. But if you're going to do 19 hitting 16 on one side, then let's do its reflection, 18 sticking to 21. Now we have the 7th inning stretch. When 16 connects to 19 is 35, electric company. When we get 18 and 21 sticking together, which is R and U, angel resident, universal angel resident. When we get over that, that's all I can say. Why? Because inside of that, it creates the letter Y, and it's connected to 17 and 20 is 37. I ripped out 4 pages already, so let me see if I got this. See this over here? Here's your 7 and 12, 19. Okay? It's the only time we get it. 6 and 1 is 7. 6 and 1 is 7. Okay? 6 and 1 is 7. 5 and 2 is 7. So 6 and 1 and 5 and 2. So that means 5 and 6 go together and 1 and 2 go together. Now I got to show you exactly how it works. Because there is no how it works. There's nothing. I got to make this shit up. And then it's got to mate with itself. It has to mean something. 5 and 6, 6 and 1, 6 and 1, 5 and 2, 4 and 3. So when we go 6 and 1, we have to go 6 and 1, 7, 7, 7. So 4 and 5 can go together. 5 and 6 can go together. 4 and 6 go together. If 4 and 6 go together, 1 and 3 go together. When you have number 19, okay, it's only because you're not on the dice, you're in the cards, you're in the 3 world. Where does the 9 belong? Okay? You ever hear of Silver City, New Mexico? Just want to tell you a little bit about how the trains, how the oil companies work, how it was all prepared in the early 1900s, how they sent men out to take over. When you have 34, 34 connects to 67, becomes the 10-10 world, and it's the diametrics of the moon. 25 in the 10 world becomes itself in the 7 world is 52. In the 10 world, 5 and 5 become 10, 8 and 2 become 10. 8 and 5 become 13, and 5 and 8 become 13. In the 13 worlds, it becomes 7 and 6, 8 and 5, 9 and 4. 4 is connected to 3. 5 is connected to 2. 1 is connected to 6. If 6 is connected to 1, okay, then 6 will be connected to 7. If 5 is connected to 2, then 2 will be connected to 8. 2 and 8 is 10. 6 and 1 and 1 and 9. 6 and 7 and 1 and 7 is 8. So we have now 6, 7, and 8. Are you following me? It's just combinations. Over here, 1 plus 2, 1 times 2 is 3 and 2. 3 plus 2, 3 plus 7 equals 10. 2 plus 7 equals 9. There's your 19. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 5. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals 7. 7 and 5, 57, 75. Now, I have to play with it. What I showed you there does not mean as much as anything you may have understood, because I have to play with it to understand where the numbers go, why they go there. Sometimes I don't remember exactly, and then we go ahead and we multiply them. What is the 7th world? Well, the 7th world is us. We need an exit. We need an entrance and an exit for the vitality of life. 52 is the center. 76 is a crisscross, crisscrossing from this side to this side. The same crisscross as 1 and 6. 1 starts here and goes here. 7 starts here and goes to 6 over here, like this, and it ends up making these. Do you know what this is? N E Y E N. Look, you go up, you go down, and you go up again. Now, I turned it around the D, okay? You see the way I did it over here? I turned it around the other way. I have to turn this around into here, and then we'll get sections of 8. But do you see the 3 inside of here? Do you see the 5 inside of here? Here's the 5. Then you see the 3, electric company. Here's the flow of the oceans. I still don't know how it works. I just know the letters say something else. And if you take a look at this, if I draw it up with this here, instead of with the point here, this becomes the hat of one of the cards, of one of the picture cards. Hockey, puck. Baseball, soccer, ball. They don't call it. You want to play the game soccer? Let's play. When you want to play the game baseball, you have to say base and ball. You don't say, okay, let's play hockey puck. No. We say basketball. You want to play golf ball? You play golf. You want to play tennis ball? You play tennis. You want to play Scrabble? Nyan, F. See the line L? N, F, and here's your line L, whichever way you want to play with it. So, has anybody heard of Sam Holt guns? Holtzman? Holtzman. Now we got to look and think. Is it, what Holtzman can it be? Sam Holt's guns. Hold it snug. Hold it snug. Could be just a repetition. And if you said it backwards, it could have been saying gun, gun. Libra, the balance of 0. What is this balance of 0? 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 5, to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 7, 7 to 5. And then it creates, you see this box over here? Creates this box over here. And then it goes back up again. 5 from over here now goes over to number 3, which goes to 2, which goes to 6, which goes to 8, which goes over to 9, back to 5. 5 goes to 1. Now my question is, which leg becomes a peg leg? Do any of these become a peg leg? Do I chop off this piece over here so when 5 goes up, halfway up, it automatically goes to 2? I don't know. If you really want to look and see what this actually... I'm going to show you. This is what I call the Rodin coil. It goes to here, to here, to here, to here, to here. 1, 2, 4, 8. 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5 over here. 3 and 2 equals 5. We go over here to number 4, 3, excuse me, we go in regular numbers, 3, 2, 5, then we go to 8, 3, 2, 6, then we go to 8, 6 goes to 8, over here it's 4 going to 8. This is the Super Bowl we're in right here. 4 going to 8, and 6 going to 8. Denver Broncos is 6 and 8, okay? Seattle Seahawks, I'm not going to take the Seattle, I'll take the Seahawk, which is 19 and 6 is 25, and 8 and 1 is 9 is 34, 44, 54, 57, and 67, 68. Is that right? Seahawk, 11, 34, 35, 43, 19, 24, 25. Can you believe it? Seahawk is 68. Seattle is 40, is 57, is 58, 63, 73, 82. Wow. Wow. Seattle is 68, 82, and Denver is 86, 68. So that both of them are inside the same codes, are within these codes. 7, 8 is 9 is down here. 8 is over here, it's at a point. 5 is at a point over here. But what's the point between here and here, between two sides? Here's 4, here's 7, here's 8. So to go from 8 to 4, this would have to be 6. 8, 7, 6, 4. To go from 7 to 5, 5 has to go to 6. So this would be 6 over here. So now you'd go 8 and 5, 6, and over here would be number 9. But if we cut the peg leg off and said, let's stop over here, okay, this would be 7. So this would be 5 and 8, and 6 and 7. 6 and 7, and 5 and 8. So these are the numbers we end up with this design. The 5 is the heart, okay? I'm assuming we have to play, you see, either stop it at this point here, or continue it on. Use it as 2 boards, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, in which that's all I did is I counted to 9. So if I want to put numbers somewhere, I'll put a number down here as 7. Unless it was the telephone, I'll put it as 1. I'll go from here to here, to here to here, and all the way up, and you create the letter N. Mark your numbers down, you'll see what you have. At the same time, when we went from 1 all the way down to 5, okay, excuse me, 1 to 2, and all the way to 4. Between 2 and 4 is a 3. Between 2 and 3, 4, and 5, it becomes a 4. You have 3 and 4 here with 2 and 5 here. And then when you take a look at it, this here is the size of the moon. 6, 7, 3, 4. 5 and 5 is 10. 2 and 8 is 10. This is time heaven. This is Libra balance. Libra balances at 0. When you have 0, you have everything. You have love and tennis. There is no score. It is equal. Raphael 7286 on a constellation of Pegasus. I just heard on Canadian news, watch out at the Olympics. More or less, he said, watch out at the Olympics. We may have to pull out if there's trouble. Well, if there is trouble, let me tell you one thing. This Earth is not 100% inside the universe the way you think it is. Why do I say that? Because it just isn't. It's not. So why do I say it? Why should you say it? First of all, I'm going to tell you why I'm saying it. Because I believe we're inside a dome. I believe we're inside another area. Okay? I believe that when we're inside the other area, we see this. But when we see the real universe, we see it through a hole. That's all. We see it through a hole. Can you see me? Oh, there's a sticker at the bottom. We see it through a hole. I'm not even sure which else there is to say. I showed you these numbers. I wanted to tell you something about gold. G-O-L-D, gold, equals to 3467, which is exactly the same numbers as the moon. There's just so many things. I just can't sit on here and go through everything and repeat. I don't want to bore you. Alphabet, the second letter, 1 and 2 equals 3. Remember what I showed you before? 5 and 6 becomes 77 with 1 and 2. In a 10-10 world, you get 98. 9 and 8 is the same letter, H and I. A and B, A goes into B. B is 2, A is 1. So they come together in 137, which are the wings of Aleph. Why? Because Aleph is A, E, and I. 3 letters come together, and the wings that hook on the left wing, L for left, L-E-P-H, lefta, left hand, okay? 512 memory, 512 memory one way, 532 the other way. It keeps going the same thing. 520, 20, 520. There's something that I left out of here and I'm not happy. Something is missing. I went over this. When you count from A to M, you get 91. When you count all the way to Z, you get 356. When you count all the way to P, you get 136, and now we got football scoring and the laws of Moses. When you go to Q, it says A, C, and E. When you go to V, it says B, C, and E. So what does it mean, B? Well, A and B come together and become 353. 3 times 5 is 15, and 5 is 8 is 23. This will be 1111. V will equal 1111. It also equals 27, which is like saying, let's just win big. Big red dog. Just says it. What does it mean? I'd like to know myself what it means. X-Man goes bowling and hits 300. R is the Tea Party, the 6, 6, and 6. Paging, pagan, there's certain things that I haven't done yet. 4 and 8, entrap, 5, 6, and 7, which is the 7th gate of the white wolf, which is the communication of man and the moon, which is number 19. 19, 19, 19 equals 57. Man on the moon, 7, 5, and 6, connection of the flow of the white wolf, 57, 19, 19, 19. 4 and 8 says space, 4 times 8, 4 plus 8, 32 and 12. 32 and 12, 3 and 2, okay, 32, 3 and 4, and 2 and 5. 3 and 4, and 4 and 5, so now you have 5. Let me write this down. 32 and 45. This is how this comes into the 7 worlds. But in the 7 world, it'll be 78. So now it talks about your mind. 84, it's this year's Super Bowl, and it's so hard to explain exactly what it is without you being here. That means I either am full of shit, okay, or it doesn't exist at all, and I think it exists, and that's why I can't explain it, because it's actually not there. But I sort of, in my own mind, think that it's there when it's actually not. But let me tell you one thing. Right now, I solely and believe in my full heart that the truth of life is real that we are mechanical, that we are robotic. It's just I can't explain it well, and I'm not the only one. There's thousands of us out there, and I can hear somebody saying right now, well, you're all jerk-offs. What can I tell you? I'm doing my best. This is what I like to do. This is what I like to do. Waste my time telling somebody that something's not true. 5, okay, 5 and 3, electric company, become 2 and 6, the dog pound. 7th gate, okay, and 5 and 3 becomes 2, 2, 6. That's the weekend. February 2nd of the Super Bowl is the weekend of 3, 7, 5. 5, 3, and 7. That's the weekend. 3 times 7 is 21 times 5 is 105, and it has the same number as the Boston Massacre. Me, American, here he can. Not really going anywhere. Just going to take a look. There are other things to check out. When you add A to R, why? Because A sound is in the family of R. It equals to S, which is 1 to 19. So you'd have a total of 190. So when you announce the first 18 letters and total up A to R, and the sound of A and R is R, A and R is 1 and 18 equals 19S, this will be 190. 19, 190, 0 equals 6, make S equal 196. Then if you reverse it backwards, okay, S would get the value, okay, of 315, which would say ace. Why 315 ace? When you start from S and you count all the way to Z, the total is 100, and 80. Counting from, is that what it is? 180. And you count from S to Z. Is that right? 71. No, excuse me. When you add the, there's something wrong here. Just let me turn it around and take a look. 55, 100, 200. There's 300. Why do I have it in my head? Oh, yes, yes. It is 180. When you add from S to Z, it becomes 180 and equals to 351. When you add the rest of the numbers in the numerological wedge up to 36, you get 351. They both say ace. If you add them both together, from 1 to 36, from 1 to 26, it's 351. And from 27 to 36, it's 315 equals 6, 6, and 6. 9 and 9. The first one area ends up at 18 plus 1 is 19. So your first area, your first 18 numbers become 19, and your last 17 numbers. There's 18 numbers at the beginning, there's 18 numbers at the end, but the beginning numbers add to 19. Do you follow me? A1, R18 equals 19. The other thing I wanted to mention is these are the two digits that go together, 27, 28, 29, 30. This can change because on the roulette table, they're associated differently, so I would have to add them up differently, giving us a reflection of something else other than just these numbers. Remember U, 12, 21? There's only two numbers on the geometrical scale that actually add up, U and L, and the number M and 31. 31 would be D, so it'd be MD. Oh, and now they just said on the radio MD. Wow. MD. M13, D31, which goes around the alphabet the other time, creates 44, and U and L means to read with mud. To read with mud. L is 12, and U is 21. This would be 33. This would be 44. 33, 44. Barack Obama, 44. 33 and 44, 77 Christ. 7, 7. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, 5, 5, 7, 7. The year we're in Hebrew, 55, 77. There is no other number. We can't have 11. 11 does not reverse. It is reversed. What else is after 31? There is no 41 because Monopoly we have 40. What else are we actually touching? We have the 0 and the double 0. We have the 0 and the double 0. We have 9 numbers, single digit. And we have 27 numbers doubled, in which 17 numbers, okay, are doubled in a single alphabet. Do you understand? In the alphabet, there shows one letter, okay? But in numbers, we've doubled them because 23 has two phalanges. A phalange is also to do with a hinge of a door. And when you create the hinge of a door, if you design it properly, and I know Jen and Anu can do this, it looks like a triangle with 3 sides. Jen, a triangle with 3 sides looks like an actual door hinge when you can't actually design it properly because the pen defeats the fiber optics of the eyes. If you add up both roulette wheels, it has a total of 38 and 37 numbers. There's 75 numbers. In 75 numbers, okay, counting the single, no, not counting the single digit, you'll have 18 singles and 54 doubles. 18 and 54 is 72. That makes 9. That also makes the first part of red. And the in-between of beta and the gates of beta, say 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 and 4 is 7. 5 and 6 is 11 equals 18. That's all you have. 3, 4, 5, and 6. You have nothing else. You cannot take B. You cannot take E. You cannot take G. And you cannot take F. You cannot take what has already been taken. Before the gate is open, you connect A with G, and you connect F with B. One becomes 26, the other becomes 71. This becomes 26, this becomes 71, or 17. 17, Barack Obama, B&O Rail. FB, the doghouse, 17 and 26 is 43, Barack Obama. And it's on the number 1 key in the debit machines. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is 7 and 8 is 15. 2 times 6, 2 plus 6 is 20. 20 and 15 is 35. The reflection is electric company. 35 becomes 15 and 8, 23 becomes 11. And this shows you the electronic gates. This equals to K. On one side, this will equal to K. In between here is 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, we have to work 3, 4, 5, and 6. 3 goes with actually 3, 4, 5, 6. Why don't we just go 3 and 5, okay? But then we're taking out all hearts. So let's go 3 and 6, creation of 6, 6, 6. And we all play.
That we know has become fairly obvious. Danny Briere will have a diminished role if he stays.
102 plus 9, Valentine's Day. The monopoly that comes before. Valentine's Day is when we bought our love, when we lied and deceived our love. And it starts on February 2nd, 102. When you add up the cards in blackjack, they add up to 91, then add a new 11 card inside of it for the ace 11, equals to 91 plus 11, 102, plus 5 is 107, which is JG, or 106. But regardless of what it is, it finishes at 111. New Mexico. The 1 moon, memory, 5, 1, and 2, the 5 heart, to the 1 moon in man's mind, to the 2 moons of Mars. Why do we have 2 moons of Mars? I'm assuming it's completely owned by the female species and not by the male species, unless it's the female part of man's mind, which moves by the cycle of the ocean. What does it mean yet? I'm not sure. Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I want to thank you for watching this video.